Happy Saturday, Connect fam. Thank you always for allowing us to hang out with you. I'm your girl, Stitches, with my fabulous co-host, Miss Sandy Glenn. Hey, girl.
Hey, hey.
Wendy Morales is out for today, but we got you. Don't worry. We're diving into something that everyone in business and social media wants to know about, Sandy, about brand building. How you get noticed, grow your numbers, and make your mark. We're getting to all the things.
That's right. And it's all about standing out in a crowded world. So let's talk about it. When you think of influencers or celebrities, who do you think has done the best job at building their brands? What do you think, Stitch?
Who's done? Brand? Rihanna. With her fancy, I have to say Riri. What about you? Just with her branding and involving certain influencers, she has always been the main influencer, but I see how she incorporates other social media influencers, artists now. So I would have to say Riri.
Yeah, look, I think there's so many people that are totally crushing it when it comes to repurposing their content and being on multiple platforms. So if they're doing long form, they're on YouTube or podcasting, and then they're on social media. So I think the name of the game is repurposing and being all the platforms. But I want to break into some brand building tips. So let's get into it. First up, know your audience. Who are you speaking to? And what do they care about? Next, I want to dive into being consistent. This is a big one. Your messaging, colors, and style should be recognizable. And engagement is key. Respond to comments, start conversations, and build a community. I was just talking about this today in my High Performance Academy about how important building a community is. And tell your story. People connect with authenticity. Why did you start? Where did you start? What drives you? All the questions. The more you share, the more authentic you are, the more people can connect with you. And leverage collaborations. Working with the right people can skyrocket your reach, both your brand, their brand, and then collectively together. And stay visible, whether it's social media, events, podcasts, be seen and heard.
I like that. And I have to touche on the consistency. I think that's one thing for me. It's like, always making time to post and be consistent with all the things. So thank you for that. Can I add to some?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, let's talk create valuable content. So don't just sell, educate, entertain, inspire while collecting the coins. Make it about others as well. Also, monitor your analytics. I think this is really important. What's working, what's not. And from there, you can actually figure out how to adapt and refine your strategy. And let's be real, it's not always easy. We were just talking about this, friend of mine who went viral. So being consistent really does help. And we understand it's not easy, but just start. Some people don't even start. So just start. Sandy, I want to ask you, you help women with this topic, and you mentioned it in your High Performance Academy. You help a lot in this sector. What are some of the common mistakes you see people making when trying to really build their brand or their businesses? What say you?
So two things here, and you actually hit on one of them. So the first one is perfection, like trying to be perfect with everything, right? And to build on that, you actually mentioned it, Stitches, is just not starting soon enough. So perfectionism is like, it's such a myth, right? Like there's no such thing as perfect. And people just wait until they think it's perfect to try and get it out. And by that time, it's too late. So I always share with the ladies, start before you're ready. Do it scared, because you're actually going to be helping so many more people along the way. Because when you have it, when you think it's perfect, the perfect setup, the perfect content, the perfect images or logo, whatever it is, you're actually not listening to your audience. So the more you listen to them and get the feedback, receive the feedback, and then create for them what they actually want, you're going to be better off than creating the entire thing on what you think they want.
I love that. Cheers. Tap, 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 tap. And I didn't ask you, Sandy, what is your favorite or your go-to female brand builder?
I don't know. I have so many of them.
I know you said it. Give me one. I know you said
I think in the space of authenticity, I think Bethany Frankel, she kills it because she's so real and she's so honest. We know she's giving it to us straight. Like there is no question mark there. She tells you the real, the raw, the good, the bad, and everything in between. So I think she's totally killing it, and people trust her because you're going to get the reality of what something actually is. That brands cannot buy her, and that's why you trust her.
And she started on reality TV,
right?
Didn't she?
Exactly.
Yeah. And look what she built from it.
Yes, absolutely. So she is real, she's authentic, and she's going to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and you believe her.
No, that sounds like a promo for Bethany.
Shout out to our girl. Come on the show. We would love to have you.
Get her on the show.
All of these are gems. And if you're out here trying to build your brand, rewind this segment and take notes. We're just getting warmed up, though. Coming up next, we have an incredible guest, a vintage soul singer and songwriter, the one and only 10.
And I'm excited about that first and foremost, but if you've been rocking with us, Connect Fam, for a while, you recognize that beat in the background. And now it's time for you to hear the voice on the track. That's our theme song, y'all, entitled Boss Lady. Beat me, I'm a boss lady. Yes, 10 is here to tell us all about her music journey. And she's building her brand in the music industry. How she's doing it, what she's doing, we're going to hear all about it when we come back. Don't move.
Welcome back to the Connect Network TV. If you are a boss lady, our next guest is definitely your new favorite songstress. Or if you haven't heard her new single by now, you've got to check it out. It's definitely a social media sensation called none other than Boss Lady, produced by the 4-time Grammy-nominated duo Biscuit and Butter. The instrumental has actually been on our theme music for quite a while here on the Connect Network TV, and now we are excited to finally have the voice behind the track on our show.
Sandy, she is a powerhouse in the world of music, a vintage soul singer and songwriter with a voice that gives you all the feels, honey. Please help us welcome to the Connect Fam. Hey, Tins! Is that how people welcome you, Tins, with the Tins? Hey, Tins!
Oh, girl, you just gave me a new little vibe, huh?
Welcome to the show.
How are you guys doing? Thank you for that amazing intro. I am grateful to be on this platform with the true boss ladies, the inspiration behind the music.
I love it. I love it. And I got to say, we love all the things right now.
Thank you.
So let's delve straight into it, Tens. Who is 10? Share your journey in music and really how you developed into your signature vintage sound.
Well, I'm just a little girl from the west side of Chicago. You know, I come from the blues. I come from the crime. I come from the pimps. I hate to say it, but that's where I come from. You know, so I was able to pull from those different areas in my life to put it all into a gumbo, a soulful gumbo. Because growing up, I listened to Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan, James Brown, Prince, you know, and all of those influences pretty much created the vintage soul sound. I wanted to do something familiar and bring it to the new day for the new generation, because that music matters too. So that's what made me who I am today, how I'm able to kind of translate that through my brand and through my visual. Is all about staying conscious, staying present, and becoming a strong woman and coming from whatever trauma you come from. This what you get, a vintage soul, and you get 10.
You get 10. And I love it. And I was going to ask you some of your musical influences that shaped you, and you mentioned them. But I got to ask this, where did the name 10 come from? Are you the 10th sibling, or what happened?
That's a good one right there. That would have been pretty dope. Actually, my real name is Tenette. So basically, I was blessed to invest, like you were saying earlier, Stitches, about investing in yourself. And I invested in a branding company. And they basically set me down. It was like, you have a really amazing name, but what if you cut it in half? You know, because 10 can be branded many ways. A perfect 10, a dime piece 10, a 10 all across the board is 10. And basically, that's why I stuck with it. And it has changed my life. It has changed my brand. And it's easy to remember. And I do consider myself a perfect 10 because, you know, if you don't love yourself and believe in yourself, nobody else will. Period.
Wow. Well, I want to dive in and ask you a little bit about music and style. You had the privilege of opening up for the one and only Angie Stone, who we're still mourning after her recent death. Bilal, music soul child. Talk about that.
Wow, man. I always say God has a path. I'm definitely a believer. I'm very spiritual, and I believe that you have a divine path. And Angie Stone was one of the paths that I took in Albany, Georgia. I was blessed to open up for her for the first time, one of my biggest shows ever. And it was an incredible experience to actually see a superstar up front. You know, you hear her music back in the day. It was before my time. I was a little young. But I remember my mom playing her music. I remember her from soundtracks. She was the soundtrack of a lot of our lives, you know, when it came to soul music. With the big afro and the funkadelic vibes. She introduced us to D'Angelo, which was another pillar in the soul community. So Angie Stone really paved the way for artists like me. So I'm very grateful that I had met her, and I'm just sending prayers to her family. Her music will live on. And also I opened up for Bilal. Oh my God, Bilal is a legend. he was in moving with the Erykah Badu's and the Jill Scotts. And I'm just grateful that those type of artists just opened the door for me. I was able to have a blueprint to go back and look in the archives to really see how this thing is done, how to find myself. And I found myself in these vibes through those artists. So yes, I'm so grateful I was able to present my talent on their stage. And I'm thankful to them for opening up that door for me, because we need it. Times are so different. We need to stick together and really open the door for the independent artist that's coming out.
That is so great. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I want to also ask you, what does vintage soul mean to you? And how are you able to blend love, pain, and consciousness?
Well, basically, I come from the west side of Chicago, a lot of crime. I've seen a lot growing up. And I'm a domestic violence survivor. I've had a lot of abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse growing up. So I use that to catapult my energy into my music. And when I go back and listen to the 70s, the vintage sounds, I was like, man, that's me. I could feel that. I saw myself in that type of music. So I took my pain and I created a conscious sound that basically most people can relate to and most people can feel. It's never been about a genre or the color of your skin. It's always about a feeling for me in the spirit. So that's how I basically put all of that together, everything that I've been through, and I put it in the music, and I chose a certain era in life, and I created the vintage soul sound. It's very timeless, and I feel like it's going to be around forever, for a long time.
Amen. And thank you, Ten, for sharing your journey and your personal I guess your personal experience. But if I can ask you, because I'm sure there are others watching and may be in a situation where it's domestic abuse or violence, how were you able to get to the point where you were able to actually sit down and put all of those experiences into your music? What was that process for you to help somebody else?
Well, unfortunately, in the Black community, getting a psychologist is not the number one thing that we run to because that's just not part of our culture. So we have to find a way, and some find a way through drugs, alcohol, even suicide, But I was able to have a spiritual connection with God, and I was able to heal through writing songs. I got tired of hurting, and hurt people hurt people. I got tired of being someone that I knew I wasn't. I was better than that. I wanted to treat people how I wanted to be treated, even though I didn't get that growing up. But at the end of the day, I feel like God gives us a choice, and God presents an opportunity for us to choose love. And I chose love, and I started to put that in my music, and it just touched me. Every time I would sing my lyrics, I would heal. Every moment that I would present the song, it was a different feeling that the layers were being snatched away, and I was able to become this bright light, to other people and inspire them. So if you're going through any of those traumas, whether it's alcoholism, drugs, domestic violence, definitely find a spiritual foundation for yourself. You have to ground yourself, and you have to have faith, and you also have to put the right people around you in the communities
Right.
around you to help validate who you are in that space as well, because you need the support.
Right.
But yeah, that's how I did, y'all. And I'm still, one thing I can say, it never goes away. You just learn how to deal with it in a more positive way. Yeah.
And thank you for sharing that and sharing it through the music and helping others heal, because it's out of the dark, and when it's in the light, now it's exposed. So talk about lights. So we've got to talk about this. Your experience on The Voice, lights, camera, action, baby. This happened last year. How did that shape your career?
Oh my God. Shout out to NBC The Voice for choosing me. When I got on the show, I didn't realize like people tried out for that show 9 times. And I tried out 1 time and I got chosen. So you gotta like, I ain't trying to, toot my horn, toot toot. I'm just joking. That is such a blessing, that all the hard work the 10,000 hours that I put in, and I never gave up on myself. I felt like that was the anchor for me to say I made it. I made it to national television in front of billions of people, and I learned so much. I met incredible people that are now my best friends. They actually convinced me to move to Nashville. I'm here in Nashville now. I just moved from Georgia 6 months ago. So that whole experience changed my life. I learned how to go harder, because when you're around a whole bunch of talented people that's just as great as you, it either make or break you. And I chose for it to make me. So I pushed myself. I learned different skill sets to push myself and do things on another level of a celebrity level, because we all out here doing it on social media. But when those lighting cameras hit, you got to be ready. It doesn't matter how incredible you are, but if you cannot perform at a high level when the cameras come on, it doesn't matter.
I love it. Well, we want to know what's coming up for you, especially what your plans are for Etinet Music Group and what's coming up next.
All right. So currently I am in Nashville, Tennessee. As I just said, I was blessed to come here and also finish school. I'm in school at SAE, Sound Audio Engineering School, where I'm learning everything about sound, and I graduate in 5 months. I'll have my degree in sound. So if I want to teach, I want to create programs for other young youth. That's what I want to do. I want to be certified, because as a woman, it's very hard for people to respect us in those spaces, in those production spaces, because we cute, we look good, we fly, but we know our stuff too. We are very much educated, and we can help push and catapult this industry. So I wanted to be an example for the next young girl to say, wow, you can look cool, look fly, be beautiful, but you can be smart too, and you can get things done. So that is my next goal, is to get my degree and celebrate that, and also to use that degree to open other doors for me. Like my song Boss Lady, I decided it's just not a song that I just want to put out on social media. I want to make a movement. I want that song to create a safe space for young girls to learn about finance, young girls to learn about real estate, young girls to learn about how to build, generational wealth for themselves and their families. Because, times are very much changing. The industry is not what it used to be anymore. And you just want some grounding as a woman. God put us on this earth to be nurturers. To take care of things,
Nice.
And I think we can't do that if we don't have the money, if we don't have the power, to set ourselves up and our families up to be able to thrive and be whoever and whatever they want to be when they get older.
Before we go, 10, really quick, rapid fire. What is a fun fact most people don't know about you? Really quick.
Okay. Fun fact. I do my own hair. Most people think that I go to the beauty shop. This takes me 9 hours and 6,000 rubber bands.
Whoa. Okay. Number 2, what songs are currently on your playlist?
Black Puma. It's a band that I really, really love. And Sly and the Family Stone, which is a great documentary out now. You guys should definitely check out. Very innovative.
Okay. One more. If you could collaborate with any artist, living artist or passed away, who would it be? No, stick to living artist.
Living artists? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it's so many. Wow. It's a new producer out. His name is D Miles, and he produced a lot for Lucky Day, Victoria Monet, everybody. Her. Yeah. He knows that the mixture of how to mix vintage music and also the new school. He know how to bring it to life and make it current, and that's who I. So D Miles, you hear that, D Miles? Oh, girl. and now Rogers, he's still alive. Now I need you, man. I need you. Please hit your girl up. 10.
All right. You heard it here first. Well, before we let you go, where can our viewers follow you, connect with you, stream your music, and just keep up with everything you have going on?
All right, y'all. My name is 10, like the number 10. This is my new handshake, thanks to Stitch. You can find me everywhere at TEN Music Page. TEN Music Page. You can Google me. You can watch my audition on The Voice. Just put in 10 The Voice in YouTube. I'm everywhere on every platform. Please check me out. You can find my updates. I got some hot performances coming up here in Nashville, March 37th. I will be at 1865 Club doing a stripped down version of my original music. Please come out if you're in the Nashville area or send your friends. Thank you, guys.
Amazing. Wow. It was so great connecting with you. Thank you so much. And we are wishing you continued success and abundance. And we'll be keeping an eye out for all that you have coming up. Don't go anywhere, Connect fam, because when we come back, we are playing a little game we're calling Good Move, Bad Move. We're talking money-making business moves, and we'll decide if they're a genius or a total fail. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss it.
Big boss, big move. Big boss.
Go ahead, Tim. Go give it close it out. Go ahead.
I'm a boss lady. Big boss, big move. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. I'm a boss lady. Big boss, big move. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you.
I'm Ananda Lewis. I help women thrive. You can find me on Instagram at I'm Ananda Lewis or on my new app, Elixir, available in all app stores right now. And you're watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back to the Connect Network TV. Okay, it's time for a little game we like to call Good Move, Bad Move. We're going to throw out some business scenarios and we'll decide if it's a smart money move or a total disaster. Y'all ready? All right, here we go. So here's the first one. You're a new entrepreneur and you invest all your savings into your first business without a backup plan. Good move or bad move?
I'm going to say bad move.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, look, I'm all for believing in your dream and going after it and making it happen. But there's so many other smart ways that you can get investors or collaborate without having to put all your savings into your first business.
That's what I was saying. Unless the Holy Spirit leading you, maybe not. All right. So I'm going to go. So Sandy, you ready for mine?
Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of touched on this a little bit. You get offered a huge partnership deal, right? But the company's values don't really align with your brand. But it's buku money. Do you take the buku money or do you pass?
So in this situation, because I've been in situations before where I've done collaborations where it didn't feel like it was a good partnership. Mm-hmm. And I kind of had the gut feeling from the start, and you always follow that gut feeling. And especially if you see from the start that a company or a brand's values don't align with your business and your brand, that is a no-go for me, honey. What about you?
I'm exactly the same. If it's not right, it's not going to get better. So,
and that is going to show in the authenticity of the way that you show up. And it's just a bad move altogether. So finding the perfect fit where it does align, that is going to be the perfect match made in heaven scenario where, everything aligns and you feel good about it. They feel good about it. And then the person on the other side, they can see that authenticity.
Right. I'd say, especially if it doesn't, be patient and the right money will come. All money is not good money for you. So just keep that in mind, even if you may really, really need it.
It's going to give you headaches along the way. It's not worth it.
It's going to come. All right.
Okay. I got another one. You are running a business and decide to cut marketing costs to save money. Good move or bad move?
Because I'm in the space of marketing, I would say bad move. People really don't. I think a lot of times we undervalue the power of marketing. And sometimes companies, I realize, forget to actually put a budget out for marketing. So I'm going to have to say no, because there are huge benefits to doing the right marketing, not just putting your money out in somebody who has the biggest following or the best following. They may have a big following, but no engagement. So it doesn't help you. So finding the right marketing team and the right marketing outlet that makes sense for your business, I think is a good idea.
Yes, I 100% agree with you. And I would also say get creative, because sometimes when you don't have the money, you have more time and you have more time to get creative. And just like you mentioned, collaborating with a smaller brand or influencer might have a smaller budget. So you can get more creative and see where that takes you on a smaller budget, but you don't have to cut it out completely.
Exactly. I agree. All right. Next, can I do one more?
Yes, one more.
One last one. So you turn down an opportunity because you don't feel ready yet, even though you have the skills. Smart move, or should you take the leap?
Okay, so this is what we talked about in the first segment of the show. Ready is a lie. You are so much more qualified than you think you are. You go for it. You say yes, even when you're not ready. That is where the magic happens. You go for it, girl.
God bless. Stay beautiful. Tell someone you love them while they can hear it and receive it.